POV, the night I realized I was already his. I never planned to fall for Marcus. He was supposed to be temporary. A phase, a distraction, someone who made my days a little more interesting, nothing more. That's what I told myself, anyway. We met at a small gathering through mutual friends. He wasn't the loudest person in the room. He didn't try too hard. He had this quiet confidence, the kind that didn't need attention but always attracted it. The first thing I noticed was the way he listened. Not fake listening, real listening, like every word I said mattered. We started talking that night, first about random things, then about deeper ones. Dreams, regrets, the things we never say out loud because they feel too honest. By the end of the evening, it felt like we'd known each other longer than a few hours. After that, we started texting. At first, it was casual. Memes, daily updates, small talk, then it slowly shifted. Late night messages, longer replies, voice notes when typing felt too impersonal. Conversations that stretched past midnight, past logic, past the point where it felt safe. He remembered tiny details about me, things I'd mentioned once in passing. My favorite music, the way I got quiet when I was overwhelmed, the fact that I liked thunderstorms. You're different at night, he once texted. I asked what he meant. More honest, more dangerous, he replied. I laughed it off, but the word dangerous stayed with me. One night, I posted a picture online. Nothing dramatic, just soft lighting, messy hair, a quiet kind of confidence. His reply came minutes later. You look like trouble, he wrote. Good trouble or bad trouble? I teased. The kind I'd risk getting into, he answered. My heart stuttered. I should have shut it down. I should have changed the subject. Instead, I leaned into it. From then on, the flirting wasn't accidental anymore. It was intentional, slow, careful, like we were both testing how far we could go without admitting we wanted more. He'd compliment me, but not in an obvious way. Not cheap lines. He noticed how I smiled when I was trying not to. How my voice softened when I felt safe. How I always looked away right before things felt too intense. You don't realize how much power you have, he once said. Over what? I asked. Over me, he replied simply. I didn't respond right away. I reread that message more times than I'd ever admit. Then came the night everything shifted. We decided to meet, just us. No group, no distractions. A quiet cafe that stayed open late. Warm lighting, low music, the kind of place where conversations feel heavier, more intimate. When he walked in, I felt it instantly. That pull, that awareness. He hugged me hello, brief, respectful, but I swear it lingered a second longer than necessary. We talked for hours. The conversation flowed easily, but underneath it was something deeper. Something unspoken. Every pause felt loaded. Every glance lasted just a little too long. At one point, the conversation slowed. The world around us felt quieter. He looked at me differently then, not like a friend, not like a stranger, but like someone standing at the edge of a decision. You ever feel like you're holding back? He asked softly. All the time, I admitted. Why? Because some lines can't be uncrossed. He smiled, slow, unreadable. Some lines are meant to be crossed, he said. The words sat between us. Electric. When we finally left, it was late. Outside, the air felt cooler. Sharper. More real. We walked side by side, close but not touching. At one point, our hands brushed. Neither of us pulled away. The silence wasn't awkward, it was charged. We stopped under a streetlight. He turned toward me. For a moment, neither of us spoke. His gaze dropped to my lips, just briefly. Then returned to my eyes. You feel this too, he said quietly. It wasn't a question. I swallowed. I do, I admitted. He stepped closer, not enough to cross a boundary, but enough that I could feel his presence. His warmth, the quiet restraint in him. I'm trying very hard not to make a mistake, he murmured. Maybe it wouldn't be a mistake, I whispered. He smiled slightly. Or maybe it would be the kind we never regret. We didn't kiss. We didn't touch beyond that. But the tension felt stronger than anything physical ever could. After that night, nothing felt the same. Every message carried weight. Every voice note felt personal. When he said my name, it sounded different, slower, softer, like it meant more than it should. He'd check in on me. How are you really? What's on your mind? What are you not saying? And somehow, he always knew when I was holding back. Sometimes he'd tease me. You're pretending you don't think about me, he'd say. I don't, I'd lie. You do, he'd reply. I can tell. He wasn't wrong. I thought about the way he looked at me. The way his voice softened when the conversation got deeper. The way he never rushed anything, like he wanted to savor every moment. Then came another night. A call. His voice sounded lower, calmer, closer. We talked about everything, fears, desires, mistakes, hopes. At some point, he said, you have no idea how hard it is to keep this innocent. My breath caught. Why keep it innocent? I asked quietly. Because I respect you too much to rush it, he said. That sentence hit harder than any bold move ever could. From that moment on, I realized something terrifying. I wasn't just flirting anymore. I wasn't just curious. I was emotionally entangled, already attached, already invested, already his, in a way I hadn't admitted out loud. And the scariest part, I didn't want to stop.
If you love your parents, please like and subscribe.